In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question. Can swinging more out in the backswing help you swing more in on the downswing? Stay tuned for more info. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is going to be answering a question I've had a couple of times recently on social media. And the question has actually come from a previous video I filmed talking about steeper back, shallower down. And I'm going to be sharing with you, that was with an iron. I'm going to be talking today with a driver, although a very similar idea. And I'm going to be going into that topic a little bit more because it's a question I get a lot. Can swinging more out in my backswing help me swing more in on the downswing? If you are a golfer struggling with an out to in swing path, where you are hitting pulls or slices, struggling with your path, your angle of attack potentially as well, then this is really going to help you, and it's hopefully going to help you understand what we're talking about when we're talking about swinging more out in the takeaway, in the backswing. So what I don't want to see is the arms getting further out, or my hands getting further out away from me in the takeaway in the backswing. So I'm not trying to push my arms out, as what I tend to see when arms go out is either a disconnection with what our hands and arms are doing to our body in a very steep movement, or when the arms and the hands go out, the club tends to work the opposite in, and we get a loss of control there with the club head. So what we're talking about is keeping the club head outside my hands in that first movement. So I'm trying to feel, and we haven't quite got a downline camera here just for this videoing purpose to try and get everything really in. It's not quite a downline camera that you'd really need to see. I'd need to be set up perhaps more this way to see that the club is outside my hands in that takeaway move, and I'm trying to feel like the club returns inside my hands or more level with my hands on the downswing. So yes, actually keeping the club outside my hands in that first movement can help me change my direction. Every action has an equal opposite reaction. If we see that club working inside early, so that is a movement where the club starts to track too far in around your body, what we tend to see on the downswing? The opposite reaction, the club being thrown out to in. So keeping the club head more outside your hands, definitely. Getting the arms working more out away from the body, no. What you see is Rory McIlroy with a lot of this in his movement. And he seems to have accepted more recently the fact that actually predominantly he's playing now a draw shape, something he's always played in the game. I know he can move it both ways, but he seems to be hitting more draws recently than he is anything else. And he's just gone back to allowing that, it looks like, getting that club just a little bit more freedom, a little bit more outside his hands, so he can return the club a little bit more inside. He's tending to play with this nice high draw shape. So if you are someone who's struggling with fades and slices, pulls to the left, and you're trying to work on your downswing path, changing your backswing could have the effect that you're looking for here. So it's a really simple drill, and the same drill actually I used in another video on that steeper back, shallower down. I'm going to go about 3 feet backwards, and I'm going to put a tee peg about a club head's width on the inside there of my ball to target line, and then I'm going to place another tee around a foot inside that, and they're just rough markers, and I'm not really going to be this extreme. But I'm going to try to, on the backswing, get the club moving over the outside tee to feel like I'm actually coming through closer to the inside one or scoring a goal between them. I won't get the club over this, but it's good to feel an exaggerated movement. The club is moving, let me get rid of the ball. Outside my hands and inside my hands. So I'm feeling that change of direction to help my downswing path. I find this works so well after getting golfers to do this exercise. I had one who used to take it to the course, and I didn't mean him to do it that way, but he would find a divot behind, and he would tee up about 2 feet, 3 feet in front of the divot, and he would try and go over the divot on the backswing, inside the divot on the downswing, and it really helped him out on the golf course go from a fader slicer to more of a drawer. So if it has the right effect, go for it. Let me go ahead and see if I can hit one here. Just feeling that club outside. I know you may not quite see it as much from this camera angle, but that club staying outside my hands and then working more inside my hands on the downswing. That's not really a focus on where my hands and arms are, just the club head is my focus. So, club head over the outside tee and then the inside tee. A little bit of a high push down the right side of the fairway, which when you're working on drawing the golf ball, having gone from fading, slicing, a push actually to start with is quite a good result. You're almost halfway there to hitting that draw shape. So again, outside and inside. So I'm trying to feel an opposite loop if you're someone who's struggling with the club coming in and then over. Let me give this a go. Out on the backswing. There we go. Got that start line quite similar down the right side of the fairway, but just starting to draw back at the top of its flight. Now, I won't have been as extreme as these tee pegs, but set up a little bit more of an exaggerated feel when you're trying to initially work on it. Absolutely fine to get that feeling that the club head's staying outside my hands, so it can feel like it drops and shallows a little bit more on the downswing, but that is not my hands going out away from me. We are talking about the club head. So I hope that clears that up for a couple of people that have been asking. As I said, the video I've done on steeper back, shallower down, showing with an iron there is very relevant. I'm always someone that I've pretty much swung on sort of one line on the way up and the way down. So it's a feel for me. When I look at it, it's never very exaggerated. I tend to swing almost on one plane, if you like, on the same way up and down. There's very little change of direction. My path is quite minimal. But if I was trying to shape the ball a little bit more, I would definitely exaggerate that feel, and keeping that club a little bit more outside your hands in the takeaway could very well help you make that first downswing movement you're looking for. If that video has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel to never miss a video again. Cheers guys, we'll see you soon.